Hello, investors. Today, I would like to introduce to you a new EA that I have developed called VIT Poker Pro EA. This EA is primarily designed for gold USD, but it also works well with USD-based currency pairs such as EU GBP USD. Let's take a look at the performance and operational mechanism of this EA. I will conduct a test on gold covering the period from the beginning of 2025 to around mid-June this year. I use real tick mode for all of my tests. The initial capital will be $1,000 with a 1-to-100 leverage. Later on, I will also show you how this EA performs with different types of accounts. In the settings, I'll use the M2 timeframe. It can work on all timeframes, but for gold, smaller timeframes like M2, M5, or M15 are more optimal. The highest sensitivity setting is 2. The higher this parameter, the less sensitive the EA becomes. For this test, I want the EA to be more flexible. The buffer will be left at default. The maximum number of open trades can be set to 1 or as desired. Personally, I prefer a spread out order mechanism and the lowest possible lot size, as this significantly reduces risk. You'll understand more about this concept later in the video. This is not a risky strategy like martingale or grid. It's simply about distributing orders. As mentioned, I will set the minimum lot size at 0.01. For the custom stop loss, the unit is in points. With Exness brokers, 10,000 points equals $10 for gold, so the stop loss per position is $10. This is a crucial parameter as it's calculated to match gold's momentum and the take profit mechanism. Next is the dynamic trades mechanism. Essentially, it controls how the number of positions increases based on account profit. I won't be using this feature now, but let me explain. It simply identifies your initial capital, and this corresponds to the number of starting positions you choose. The step parameter indicates how many positions to add for each profit milestone. For example, if you set the step to 100, then for every $100 in profit, the EA will add one more position, up to your maximum trade limit. The trend filter, X filter, and sideway filter should be enabled to control risk. For me, these filters are the true core of the EA and what make it unique. The spread filter should be configured based on the account type and broker. The account protection mechanism is a hard stop loss, which will immediately close all open trades if the floating loss reaches the user-defined limit. There are two options, hard SL by percentage and hard SL by fixed amount. In this test, I'll set account protection at 10% of the balance. Finally, there is a cooldown mechanism after a loss, which is the number of minutes the EA will pause trading after a position is closed due to SL. I will set this to 240 minutes. All right, let's see how this EA performs. All right, let's take a look at the EA's performance. The year-to-date profit of the EA has reached nearly $6,000 on an initial capital of $1,000, a nearly seven-fold increase. The highest recorded drawdown is 13.63%, an impressive figure. The recovery factor is 7.03, indicating that the EA is currently a money-making machine that significantly outperforms the risks it takes. The win rate is 55.40%, with an average profit per winning trade of $12.86. The average loss per losing trade is only $10.30. Having a higher average win than average loss is a strong mathematical foundation for the success of any trading system. Equity drawdown maximal, 13.63%. This is the largest drawdown from a capital peak during the entire test period. A drawdown under 15% is considered very safe and well controlled, especially when compared to the over 500% return generated by the EA. The EA executed 2,175 trades, indicating this is a highly active trading system. This means you'll need to use a broker with low spreads and commissions to maximize real-world profits. Streak analysis: the largest consecutive losing streak was 34 trades, resulting in a loss of $9,375 or 919. The Z-score is -937.15, a highly negative value showing that the EA's performance is strongly streak-based. There will be periods of continuous wins as well as continuous losses. This is the most important psychological aspect you need to prepare for. With a maximum drawdown of only 13.63%, this EA fully meets the drawdown requirements of many prop firms, which typically require total drawdown to stay under 10%. But even with just $1,000 capital, this result is already very close, and we'll conduct a prop firm test in the next part of the video. Okay, now let's continue with the prop firm challenge test. Here, I will set the initial capital to $100,000, and I will only adjust a few important settings. The trade volume will be increased to 0.1 lot per order. I will allow a maximum of 10 open trades, still using the same strategy of spreading the entries. For risk control, the stop loss will be set to 1%. All other parameters will remain unchanged. This is an exceptionally impressive and professional backtest result. Starting with an initial capital of $100,000, the EA generated a net profit of $57,467.37, equivalent to a growth of approximately 57.5% over about half a year. This EA not only demonstrates high profitability, but more importantly showcases a very tight and stable risk management system. With very low drawdown metrics, it is a strong candidate and highly suitable for tackling prop firm funding challenges. Risk and drawdown analysis. This is the most critical part when evaluating suitability for a prop firm, and this EA has performed extremely well. Equity drawdown maximal, 5.45%. The maximum drawdown from the equity peak was only 5.45%. Most prop firms require total drawdown to stay below 10%. With this result, your EA comfortably clears the strictest requirement with a large safety margin. Equity drawdown relative, 6.15%. The drawdown relative to initial capital is also very low, indicating effective capital management from the start and no significant account shocks. Maximum losing streak. The longest losing streak was 34 trades, causing a total loss of $3,752.18. This loss is equivalent to just around 3.75% of the $100,000 account. Most prop firms set a daily loss limit of 4 to 5%. While this is the largest streak overall and not confined to a single day, it shows that the risk from losing streaks remains within a safe and controlled range. Conclusion. This EA is highly suitable for prop firm challenges. Passes drawdown rules with a max drawdown of just 5.45%, your EA easily meets the total drawdown requirements of most prop firms. Achieves profit targets. Most challenges require a profit target of 8 to 10%. With the ability to generate 57.5% in about 6 months, this EA can comfortably meet that goal. No use of banned strategies. The EA does not use high-risk methods like martingale or grid, which are banned by all reputable prop firms. Stability. High profit factor and recovery factor indicate a professional-grade trading system that is reliable for long-term operation. Finally, let's take a look at how this EA operates. I will run the EA on a chart covering the period from the beginning of May until now. The initial capital will be set at around $200 with a maximum of 10 open positions, each using the minimum lot size of 0.01. The hard stop loss will be set at 10%. Let's see how the EA performs on the chart. You'll notice an information panel in the upper left corner of the chart. It provides some essential details such as the status of the active filters, the magic number, the number of open trades and the maximum allowed, the current account balance, the current spread information. Pay close attention to these parameters and make any necessary adjustments if you notice something has been set incorrectly. Now, with just $200 in starting capital, this EA has managed to multiply the account by 10 times in just over a month. Of course, depending on market conditions, there will be periods when the performance may not be as outstanding. However, risk management is the true core of this EA. Always be patient and remember, as long as you have capital, new opportunities will always come your way. Goodbye.